What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing, man? Well, it's a boy, Harlan, and I'm back again with another video. There's gonna be a trade breakdown. There's gonna be a trade breakdown of how I took a trade on my V yesterday. This is not hard. This is not easy, but this is what I always wake up to do every single day. Like I always say, I look from the daily, I look from the 4 hour, and I execute from the hourly time frame. I won't change that. It's been what I always been using. I would just gonna stick to it. So there's gonna be a trade breakdown how I took a trade on the NAS on my fee yesterday on Monday. So this is all based on my outlook. I repeat, this is based on my outlook. Understand? If you watched my outlook on how I analyzed or how I looked for potential entry or potential direction on the NAS, you're gonna understand how I took this trade. But too much capping, let's just move on. So we can tell that, like, obviously we had this NFP drop, we had price coming back to this very same zone from the 4 hour. So obviously from a bear move to the downside. So time the time price started pushing to the upside and having a sideways movement. I was obviously waiting for a bullish or a bearish breakout, break above or a break below. With a break above, we continue bullish, break below, we also continue bullish. This was driven by what? By the NFP. Understand me? Not to say I trade fundamentals, but this was driven by the NFP. So obviously, break above, bullish, break below, bearish. We had price breaking above, breaking below. Sorry, we had price breaking below. Boom. You understand me? So obviously, with price breaking, we obviously know that like we need a what a retest of that very same zone to confirm that the zone that we were trading from, the zone or the level or the okay, if it's not a zone, I don't know what it is, but it's a zone where price was trading from on the zone. We know price broke out. We need to respect the very same zone before we can continue to the downside. If it happened right there, we could have seen what price coming back, price breaking to the upside, coming back for retest, just to tell us that the zone was important before price will continue to the upside. You understand? So with price having a retest, we anticipated a continuation to the downside. Nothing happened from the 4 hour. I did nothing from the 4 hour. How I took this trade has nothing to do with the 4 hour. I'm just showing you guys that like it had a hard time frame confluence. Understand me, a 4 hour time frame confluence. So when I head to the hourly time frame, so on the hourly time frame, obviously, I knew that like price had something like this. Price had something like this. This is textbook trading, guys. This is textbook trading. You can find it anywhere. I don't need to be personal or too deep about it, you understand? So, boom, we had now price giving us a potential head and shoulders. I understand me. So once price was trading sideways from this push, price now started trading sideways. You understand me? Until it broke to the downside, came back forward, a retest of that very same zone until it continued to the downside. You understand me? So now, how I took this trade, right? It's based off what obviously we had now. Price having a potential head and shoulders. Potential head and shoulders is a pattern, a potential reversal pattern, which you trade once price comes from an uptrend, having some sort of some sort of bullish depletion and bear momentum. With the break of the neckline, price continues to the downside. So obviously, once price hit this bear engulfing candle, this was a momentum candle. This was just a momentum candle we had to look for. Understand me? If we headed to the upside, we were obviously looking for what? For buys. But fortunately, we headed to the downside. We were looking for sales. So obviously, once price came back to this very same zone, what time I woke up? 3 a.m. I think it was 3 a.m. Yeah, right there. I saw this big candle. I don't trade 3 a.m. I don't trade the Asian session, guys. When I saw this big candle, when I saw this big candle, right, I was like, oh my God, a lot of things won't happen. But it wasn't my time for me to trade. So obviously price exhausted again, you understand me? So once price exhausted, like I had my alert or this thing right there, I had it right there below this very same what previous candle, previous rejection and previous bear candle close, you understand me? So once we had this bear engulfing candle, it triggered me in. Obviously, I suffered a bit of some drawdown, 50%, 50%. That was 50 or yeah, roughly 50% drawdown. Boom, we suffered a bit of some drawdown until price did what reacted and pushed to the downside. So my overall trade, my overall trade profit was on this rejection right there. But unfortunately, I couldn't take it right there. I had it right there, straight right there. Straight right there because I had what I had a news I had a strong news report, so I wasn't comfortable with now price opening gaps on the 15-minute time frame, understand me? So I was like, I'm done for the day. I took what I took and I was eyed. So just to sum up how I took this trade once again, we had now price having a head and shoulders pattern with price breaking to the downside. We obviously were waiting for what? For a retest of the neckline before price can continue to the downside. Where we took our entry, we were looking for price to trade below those intraday candlesticks. Any candlestick you can find, it entirely depends on you. So I saw these two candles, I was like price rejected, and we had a full big candle to end the week. So I'm looking for continuation trades where below these two candlesticks. Fortunately, we did what? We did get it. Suffered a bit of some drawdown until price pushed to the downside. So guys, I just can't explain so much, and I don't want to make this seem too like let's say too deep or too hard for you. This is simple. We had a head and shoulders breakout, retest to continue to the downside. Even though we had something like this, even though we had something like this, we can obviously wait for a break of this neckline with the retest for price to do what to continue to the upside. So without further ado, guys, that's all I got on this video. I don't want to say much. I don't want to break it that much or make it be a bit too long. I could have gave y'all I could have shared a bonus with a potential signal, but y'all know this is the same financial advice. Anything happens from my own opinion. The market might do some BS or not do anything, but I could have shared a potential signal. But like we said on our outlook, we're simply looking for what? For price to either break the zone or to trade above of it, to either continue to the upside or continue to the downside. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm waiting for. I don't trade on Wednesdays. I don't know what will happen. So if I don't execute today, I won't trade tomorrow. So that's all I got in this video. They don't want to make it be too long or seem too hard or seem too easy, but it is what it is. I'm out.